Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's another video. So we're in a different space today. We're in my room. Guys, I didn't have the strength to go to the office today, so here we are. I found an alternative space. I'm just trying this out to see how it works. If I like it, we'll see. If you guys like it, comment down below and tell me what you guys think. If not, we will make it a plan and we'll go to the office. Right. So today we're talking about growth, mainly financial growth. It's a collaboration video with my girl Tino Sparks. She's a Zimbabwean YouTuber, but she's based in Johannesburg. She's also in this niche. She talks about financial growth, making money online, and that sort of thing. She's in her late 20s, so she's going to be talking about this video from a 20s point of view. I'm going to be talking about it from a 30s point of view, like the lessons I learned. It took me a while. Yeah, weird for me because I'm the daughter of two accountants, so I generally thought I'd have this in the bag, right? Wrong. So it's been a lot of learning and unlearning certain habits and the like, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Financial lessons we learned in our 20s. Tino will be talking about it from her 20s perspective, and part 2 of this video, which will be mainly hers, will be found on her channel. So I'll link her channel down below and you can check it out from there. Let's get into it. So we have Mr. Trusty Notebook. Yeah, I've ripped this apart because, yeah, don't ask. I don't even know why. But anyways, we have Trusty Notebook and let's get into it. Right. Number 1 lesson I learned in this money game, right? Mindset is everything, guys. Like, you need to build a healthy relationship with money. Like, if you're on the journey of saving, making money, and doing all of this thing, correct your mindset first. Because you'll realize you've adopted weird habits from along the way, be it from your friend circle, from your parents, from whatever's around you a lot. You will adopt your financial habits from those people. Like, and you won't even notice it. But yes, that's what I mean. Mindset is everything. So you need to sit down with yourself. The first time you decide, okay, I'm going to go on a financial journey, I want to save, I want to do this. Sit down with yourself and like analyze your spending habits, how you feel about money, and what you want to do with it. Because if you are that person who thinks, yeah, money is for spending, trust me, saving is going to be hard. You're going to need to discipline yourself. So you really need to know what your pitfalls are, what your weaknesses are, so that you know, okay, when month end comes around, guys, I just want to spend. And it's usually on very weird small things like takeaway. It builds up. So it's a little here, I bought a fat cake for this much, I bought KFC for this much. Next thing you're on month end and you check your card bill and you spend about 500 bucks on those things. So yeah, keep it in check. And you'll then be able to see if you're an impulse spender. Now, impulse spending is probably the trickiest and the most detrimental thing to your financial goals. If you're one of those people, you need to curb it fast and hard. This won't happen overnight, so let me also be honest. I'm saying this, but it won't happen overnight. So it just depends on how much self-discipline you have by yourself. I was able to curb it, but that's generally, I'll explain later, because I have overthinking tendencies. So that's why I was able to curb my overspending. It's not a good thing, but it was a good thing. So you need to curb it very fast so that you will reach your goals without feeling guilty and like, or just undercutting your goals unnecessarily, right? Good. Number 2, budgeting is not complicated. Like, I feel we were told budgeting is like an adult thing, right? And it's this big scary thing that's all about spreadsheets and analysis. And guys, it's as simple as saying, this week I'm going to spend this much on airtime. If I go beyond it, then I won't have that amount again. Next week I'll have less. It's as simple as that. Or this week I'm not going to go to the shops to buy sweets. That's a form of budgeting. Like, don't make it sound complicated, because if you overcomplicate it, you will give up very quickly, and that's not what you need, right? So try various types of budgeting. There are people who do the envelope method, where they say they get the salary and they turn it over into cash and put it in envelopes, so they know this envelope is for airtime, this envelope is for entertainment, that kind of thing. Do that and it will help you so much. But budgeting is simple. Try out various options and various types. Research it. Like, find what works for you, because once you find it, you're in heaven. Like, you'll be able to save money like you never knew before because you're budgeting. No, but that's if you're sticking to it. If you're not sticking to your budget, then yeah, you won't save. But the more you budget and you find something that works for you, you'll realize you'll save money without even trying. It'll just happen because for some odd reason it'll be like a little challenge for yourself, and you get better and better at it as time goes along. Got it? Right. Number 3. The lesson I learned, one of them, like it was a big one, is not to overthink. Now guys, I'm an overthinker at heart in general, right? So I was saving money not because I'm good at it. I was saving money because I was just overthinking the spend. So I'm the type of person who I need 500 reasons to buy something because I just feel like I'm being reckless. So this comes from, I think, being the older child, and you don't want to spend money unnecessarily, and you know someone's always going to need help. So you're like, ooh, if I spend on this, and then dad comes and asks me for this, or if I spend on this, and then my sister comes and says, ooh, I ran out of this, I will feel bad. Like, it was a very bad thing. So because I was overthinking that, the money will stay in my account, and then next thing you know, it's 3 weeks later, and you're like, oh crap, I said I wanted to buy those shoes. And sometimes by the time I buy them, I've like talked myself out of buying them completely because I feel like someone else needs it. Right. It's a good thing because I'm not spending the money. It's a bad thing because that habit is not good. Like, that's a mental habit I have. So I had to learn how to fix that because it's not helping anybody. Now when I feel like I have enough money for everybody, which is impossible, but you can get there considering the streams of income you have, you will cover everyone else and leave yourself hanging. So don't do that. Hence I said mindset is everything. You need to know your little triggers and how it is. I was saving because I was overthinking. So I needed to learn how not to overthink and still save, because when I stopped overthinking, there's a time when I just put necessary amount of pairs of shoes because I can. And then I was just like, oh, okay, where am I going to wear the shoes now? I have the shoes. What do I do with them? So, yes, don't do such things. That was one of mine that's particular to me. Right. Next one. Saving is easier if you have a goal. Now, I used to think people were just being finicky and just being extra when they told me this. But when you have an actual goal in mind, it's much easier. It can be 1, it can be 3. Like, I realized this last year when I said I wanted to go on a holiday and I wanted to save up because I was quitting my job. Guys, when I tell you, it sounded ridiculous when I said I wanted to save the amount I wanted to save. And when I I gave myself 6 months to do it. So I said I wanted to save 15,000 pula to go home. That was supposed to cover my travel and the months I was going to be sitting at home. Then I said I want to go on a holiday, which was going to cost me probably about 2k. Yes. So in total, I wanted to save 20k in the middle of a panoramic on a Zimbabwean salary. Yeah. I to this day, I still don't know how I achieved it. That, like, in the time frame, because I achieved it like I think 6 weeks in advance, actually. Oh no, yeah, I remember. I stopped doing junk food. Like, my discipline was on fleek. Like, I stopped doing junk food, and I was going through this whole let's change our lifestyle to become more healthy, which was surprising seeing as how expensive food is, like healthy food is in Zim. But because we were not going to work, it was so much easier to cut out all the takeaways and all that stuff, because I realized at work, that's what we used to eat for lunch, because the takeaway is much closer than getting a healthy meal. So yeah, so see, discipline is very important. If you have a goal, it will work, guys. Like, put a goal somewhere. It can be something so simple. Start with small goals as well if you're building up your confidence, because yeah, that 20k figure was a lot, but yeah, I was focused that I was going to do certain things. And because I'd saved up before, it was much easier. If you have a goal, it's like you working towards something. I'm a very goal-oriented person, and I'm very competitive. So I was doing this at the same time as my sister. So she had a goal she wanted to reach as well. So I was like, let's you get there first. Yeah, no guys, I'm uber competitive with certain things. And I realized with this one, I really wanted to reach that goal. So yes, have a goal and it becomes so much easier. And also once you've achieved it, you can spoil yourself with the money, because I think that's the whole point. But not all of it, but yeah, Like with me, my holiday was my goal. So I didn't end up going because COVID, but I bought myself a pair of shoes that I really wanted. I was not going to buy them, but since COVID happened and I was not going on a trip, the shoes were there and they cost like 10%. So that's good. And yes, next time, right? FOMO is real, guys. I realized looking back at it that there's a lot of expenses I made in my 20s that had nothing to do with me, but FOMO. So, ooh, my friend's got a BlackBerry. I want a BlackBerry. Ooh, my friend's got this basketball jersey. I want it too. Like, guys, that can kill you and kill your bank account so quickly. You need to learn what you want and what society is making you buy and what is necessary for you to buy. If you learn the difference between those things, saving and unnecessary spending will become like, okay, saving will become much easier and unnecessary spending will just become a no-no. Because your FOMO can leave you down dangerous paths, guys. Like, you'll end up going out and spending money you really had no business spending. Like, especially in Zim, guys. I know everyone knows in Zim. You could end up spending $50 you did not expect to spend because FOMO killed you and you went to that event. Or you said, everybody's going to the market at Queen, let me go. Guys, I did that once and I came home and I was like, what the? That's how much I spent. Like, have you ever looked at your like wallet and be like, what happened here? We said we're spending 20. Why does it say we spent 60? That kind of thing. So no, guys. FOMO's real. You need to then be, which means, like, it leads me to my next one. Being honest with your friend circle is very important. Because if your friend circle knows your goals and they know where you're heading, they will very unlikely make you spend unnecessary amounts. Because, like, with my friends, I told them, guys, listen, I'm not going to be going out as much. I'm not going to be doing too much because I need to do ABCD. And they understood. Like, they were even helping me find other ways to make money. And if they would see things that I could do to double my money or do anything like that, they would help me. Or if they know, like, okay, no, if they really want me there, they'll be like, oh, no, I'll cover you. Okay, me and my friends have a rule. Like, sometimes they cover me, I cover them. So that's why. But things like that, because at least then you feel like you're understood and people are not just taking you for a mug, and they understand and respect your goals. So they're not going to trick you or push you into spending money you don't want to spend or don't need to spend. Because, guys, yeah, I know sometimes friends will do it and they'll do it unintentionally. Like, it's not their goal, shame. Like, yeah, if you have friends who are on the same path as you, they'll understand there's a time to spend and have fun. And there's a time to save and be adults and be grown-ups so that we can have fun later. So, yeah. Delayed gratification, guys. Like, just learn. Yeah, it's a difficult part about adulting. Yeah, I knew I was a grown-up when I could say no to going to a party because I wanted to save money. Like, yeah, I was just like, oh, this is what adulting feels like. It felt like an ulcer at that time. But like 3 months later, when I reached my goal and I could do what I wanted, I felt really good about it. So think about it. Do you want the ulcer or do you want the gratification later? It's up to you. And the last one is, guys, you're not going to become rich from a salary or one income. That's just a fact. Like, after multiple research, like, and it was really painful for me to come to this conclusion, you are never going to become wealthy or rich from one income. All those people out there who are billionaires or whatever, they have multiple streams of income. Now, what you have to decide is what works for you. How passive can you be with your money? How active can you be with your money? Because there's some people who have 3 active incomes and like 7 passive ones. So that means like you've got 3 day jobs or like 3 things you actively work on and then the rest just happens in the background. Or some people have 1 active income and the rest is passive, right? So it now just depends on you and what your goals are and where you're willing to go. If you're really serious about it, you're the people who then goes and looks for a financial advisor or a financial planner who will help you, work with you and show you what you can do. That means you're probably going to build an investment portfolio, you're going to invest in someone else's business, that kind of thing. I always say go to a financial planner advisor because you can sue them if anything goes wrong. There's some sort of recourse you can get, okay, if anything goes wrong. And 2, there's insurances and protections around that kind of money, right? The thing about just giving your friend money to invest in a business doesn't always work out well, unless that's your job, like you're an investment advisor or someone who's involved in investment accounting, or you're a lawyer and you could write an agreement and things can work out, blah blah blah, then okay. But if not, I suggest don't do it. Don't. There are all these new things like networking and Herbalife, network marketing, all these other different guys. Whatever it is, just do your research and make sure you're protected if anything goes wrong. Because I see too many people going, oh, you told me to join this, you told me to, it's just a pyramid scheme, it's just fake. It's just you're an adult and you joined it. Oh bro, you knew what you were doing. You just wanted to make money quick. Quick money is not real, guys. Ooh, learn that now. Quick money is dangerous, because as quickly as it came, you're likely to spend it as quickly, if not quicker. So don't go into something, say you want to make money quickly. Anything that does that is not sustainable, and it can lead you down very dangerous paths. Those are things like gambling and spinamari, they call it, or you're now going into the illegal realms. You need to be very careful. I highly discourage such things, because it can go down very fast. It spirals too quickly sometimes. So don't do that. Just don't. Work with what works for you. If you've got a skill, do that. Do passive stuff that's controllable and you're protected, basically. So if you have a job that is your one income and work at it, good. If you have a side hustle and you can manage it, even better. That's a sort of, it's like in the middle, passive, active. Yeah, do what works for you. If you're wanting to become rich and wealthy, yeah, you're going to have at least 3 of these things. And they work concurrently. So sit down with yourself. If you're married or you have a partner, a life partner, whatever it may be, sit down with them and plan it. Because it's much easier than you think. Because I think a lot of people just think, oh my gosh, sitting down with a financial advisor, doing this. It's simple. There's even free ones online right now. I'll do a video on that next time. Yeah, on like financial advisors or even investment platforms that you can work with, and they're run by like proper investment management companies that you can sign into, and they'll do everything for you. It's better to have someone who manages your portfolio who actually knows what they're doing, because then it's likely to make money. I will highlight, passive forms of income really take long to give a return. So their return on your investment is like, that's a more every 2 years or 4 years type vibe. If you want something that's short term, it means highly likely it's going to be very active. So you have to be very involved in whatever it is that's going on, and your money comes back in probably 6 to 8 months. Yeah, that's a safer one. But these other ones that are passive and give you, and they're going to give you like very small percentages, some of them. So it'll be between the 2 to 10%. Unless you're investing in a startup and you've said, yeah, my return on equity is this, and I want this back. Then you can get an investment back. Your return on investment will come back and it'll be a bigger chunk. But yeah, guys, to be fair, what you want more than anything, to be called rich, if you want to be that person, you need investments. So property, businesses, accounts, and all that stuff. That's what you're looking at. So it's not something that you're going to buy and sell in like 5 seconds. It's something that you're likely going to have for at least 5 to 10 years. So then your net worth increases, which I think is much better, to have a higher net worth than just cash in the bank. Because cash in the bank can be hit by inflation, the economy, and all sorts of things. And it can go as quickly as it comes, and it loses value too quickly. Whereas your investment, if it's property, it's likely to appreciate all the time. Like, it really depreciates unless the property market is flat or low at that time. But it's still relatively worth a reasonable amount of money. Or an investment in a business or a company, unless the company goes belly up, you still own part of that business. So it's better. It's better to own, like they say, 20% of something than 100% of nothing. So yes, if you find businesses that you think are worth investing in, do it, because it's very good and it will give you a reasonable net worth. And who doesn't like a high net worth, right? Yes. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope this was interesting and you enjoyed this and it was helpful to some people. Let's listen to what Tino has to say, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.